So if I count it correct, you got 10 fish tanks in here right now.
Correct.
Welcome back, everyone. We're still here in Louisiana, and today we're filming this 90-gallon tank. Dalton, we met him yesterday. We were shooting a video and invited us over to come check out his tank. Let me tell you something, guys. This guy's been doing it for less than a year. It's hard to believe. The tank looks phenomenal. He dove into it and never looked back. So let's go get him. Let's go see his tank. Come on. Dalton, what's up, buddy?
How's it going, man?
Good, man. Thank you for inviting us over, man. We met you yesterday at Kelsey's house. He's got a beautiful tank, and you guys were there, and you go, hey, if you got some time, why don't you come check out my tank? It almost didn't happen, but we were able to work it out this morning, and here we are, and I'm excited. I'm glad I came, because I do not believe this tank has been set up for less than a year. It looks phenomenal, man.
Yep, actually, this one's been set up since October. Actually, what started it all was my daughter had wanted, for her birthday, saltwater tank with some clownfish, so I got her own tank. I set that one up in September, and this one had some freshwater fish in it, and I'm like, oh no, it's too late now. I gotta go all in, and I set this one up in October.
October, man, that is incredible. So 6-7 months, and was the rock cured? Was it a brand new rock?
No, actually, there's a guy in Lafayette. He's real good with rockscape, and
Okay.
I paid him to design it for, to build it for me.
But was it dry rocks?
Yeah, it was dry rock, that's correct.
Man, I'm impressed on how fast you got this thing taken off, because my tank, I started with dry media and dry rocks, and it took me a good 4 to 5 months before it was doing good. But again, I wasn't interested on it. I kind of like I didn't try to add fish or add anything bacteria. I literally like, do your thing, and I literally like walked away for about 3 or 4 months. But it's not easy, so kudos to you, man. So let's start at the very top on this time. So you have 3 prime lights, and it seems to be plenty of light for this tank.
That's right. Yep. So on my top area, I'm running at about 250 par. At the sand bed, I'm running at about 100.
That's plenty.
It's plenty for, we're not into the sticks at the moment. I mean, I'm sure that's gonna come as time goes on, but I've always had since I've started researching, we had a obsession of euphyllia.
Gotcha.
Torches, hammers, just all the nice flowy corals. So that's why this one is euphyllia dominant. You know
what, I got love for all corals, but there's something to be said that with time, as you get more seasoned, everybody, for some reason, I want to say 80% of the hobbies, then end up with sticks. What do you have for flow?
Oh, I have a Reef Wave 45 jar, and I have 2 SLW 5 J-Bows.
Okay.
They on each side of this overflow here.
And I see you got some cases over. Do you build those cases with your 3D
yes, sir.
printing?
Yep. I 3D print mostly all my own stuff. I found that file. I purchased that file and printed them myself.
Cool. So one thing worth mentioning. You showed me something just now when I walked in that is pretty creative. Can you get in there and show all of our audience what is it? So you did this PEG system. Can you break it down with that torch right there?
So I 3D printed me some little holders.
Okay.
Glued them to the rock. That way, whenever it comes time for me to start fragging, I could just pull it out relatively easily, as long as no coralline algae is overgrowing on it and holding it in place.
Okay.
But I also 3D print these frag plugs, if you can see here. That way, say I go to frag A cans and whatnot, and I go to selling them or giving them away.
Okay.
All I got to do is twist off this stem, and that way, whoever has them could just glue them straight to the rock. Don't have to worry about breaking it off with bone cutters or anything like that. You could just twist them right off.
It's a very cool idea. I like it. How creative is that, huh, guys? I love it. Did you create those 3D printed rocks in the corners as well?
Correct, yes, sir.
Man, you're pretty creative, man. I like it. So let's talk a little bit about your course. So your passion is euphyllia, like you were saying earlier. So it's mainly torches or a little bit of everything?
I say a little bit of everything, but mainly torches. Over time, I've just been seeing a lot of torches I really like that I feel is gonna look good in my tank. A lot more popping in colors to some of these local fish stores I've been going to, as well as hammers as well. I got some different various splatters, and I have some octospawns in the back.
Yeah, I love this splatter right here. I have one just like it. It's beautiful, man, beautiful.
Of course, I've recently gotten into collecting the scullies.
Got you. And then you make a little stand for them, like
Yep.
a little,
Just a
like
little-
a little stool, like a little seat.
Like a little lounge chair, yep.
I like it. Why you did that? So the sand wouldn't aggravate the coral?
Correct.
You got your little Aiken Island right here, and they're so freaking puffy. I love it, man. Do you feed them?
Yes, sir. We actually spot feed almost everything.
You
We
do?
have- Yes, sir.
It shows, man. Your corals are super, super happy. So you got your Aikens, you got your Euphilia, you got an Elegance back there. Those are not easy to keep.
Yeah, actually, when I first got it, it was real full, and then I had something in the tank that was aggravating. It actually didn't come out for a while. I thought it was gonna die, but thankfully my wife, while I'm gone at work, she's been really good at keeping everything alive, and she made some changes, and just so happens it shook back.
So let me just rephrase that. So this is very interesting here. For those of you that are watching at home, Dalton, you told me you work 2 weeks in the ocean and then 2 weeks at home.
Yes, sir.
So that makes it that much more impressive than the fact that you've been doing this for 8 to 9 months, whatever timeline it is, but you're not here half of the month.
Correct. Half the year I'm not here. If you look at it from a year aspect.
I'm sure you're talking to your wife daily.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're getting videos of the tank and she's talking to you, and she's got to be as much as you into the hobby, because it's no way that it's just your hobby and then you leave for 2 weeks and your wife is maintaining the tank at this capacity. This is not easy.
No, it's not. But it became a family thing.
Interesting.
That's my daughter. Like I said, my daughter started this.
How old is your daughter?
She's 5.
And she's into the tank.
She's into it, and we're big animal lovers, and it grew into a family-oriented hobby for us, and that's why we love it so much.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
My wife takes care of everything while I'm gone. She's a real trooper.
And kudos to her, man, So if you're watching, kudos to you. I'm sure she's gonna watch this video.
Oh yeah, she's gonna
You better
watch
let
it.
her know.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let her know.
It's half and half, guys. It's not just him. Just kidding. All right, so you got some star polyps in the bag. You keep them at bay so they don't grow into everything?
Correct, yep. That's actually a little goby cave that I had that the guy had threw in for me with the rock skate.
Got you.
And the GSP's on it, and it's actually been very well tamed. I haven't had to trim it none since I set it up. It's staying on that rock, and it's not getting overgrown, so I'm happy about that.
Cool, man. And I love your zoantid little area right here is taking off. They all look so happy, man. Kudos to you,
That
man.
was actually a lot more fuller, but it was getting crazy, so I had to do some trimming, and I had trimmed some of them back.
I see you have the Giardini Selfin tank. You got a clownfish. Is that a Barleydantius right there? Is that
Yes,
what they
sir.
are? So you got 2 of them?
Yep, I got 2 of them. I have a powder blue. He's gonna swim back around here.
I see him back there. You got 2 cleaner shrimp for critters, I see.
Yep, I got plenty of snails and hermit crabs. I got a pretty good cleanup crew. They do a good job, that's for sure.
So let me ask you, how do you keep your sand so clean?
I actually have these sand sifting snails.
Sand sifter conchs?
Yep,
Okay.
and I have 2 sand sifting gobies, diamond watchman gobies.
And they don't make a mess, huh?
No, they do pretty good. I've been blessed with some good livestock that they keep up with it.
All right, so before we look at your filtration, can you tell me what is your maintenance routine looks like? Your feeding, your maintenance, your day-to-day?
All right, so feeding, we feed fairly on the heavy side. We spot feed all the coral.
How often?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day. We
Oh,
do
wow.
mice and shrimp. We do the Guidry's reef food, Kelsey Guidry's food.
Okay.
I forgot what it is, but Rods makes some little yellow eggs.
Okay.
We add that in there. I do AB Plus,
All right.
Red Sea AB Plus every other day, according to the gallon size.
Okay.
And we put Phyto Feast as well every other day.
Okay, so that's for the food.
Correct.
And do you do water changes?
Yes, I do weekly water changes.
How much?
It's a little bit on the much side, but I make up 28 gallons at a time.
Okay, so about a third of the tank, roughly?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so that's good.
It's been working, so I haven't changed it.
And what are you using?
I'm using the Red Sea Blue Bucket.
Red Sea Blue Bucket? What about dosing chemicals? Do you dose A and B? Do you dose cold water? Do you have a calcium reactor?
Nope, I'm just dosing BRS's 2-part.
A and B?
Yeah, soda ash, calcium carbonate,
Okay,
and the magnesium.
so you do A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And how do you dose those 3?
I dose them through here. I have This is my little dosing cabinet. Yeah, there's a guy out in Slidell, it's Frag Tags. He 3D prints as well for the reefing community. So he made these dosing containers and he made those K-More F1 holders.
Man, this looks beautiful, guys, beautiful.
I inquired about getting some of those for the tank. I'm gonna be changing it up. He's gonna be making me some pink ones. My wife wants the hot pink ones, so these are gonna be hot pink next time.
Okay, cool. So let me see. So this is your doser, your Trident. This is your Neptune controller right here. And this, can you tell us about this?
Yeah, so this is the Lamont Spin Touch FF. Again, because I work 14 days away from home, I have to make it as easy as possible for my wife. With as many tanks as we have, the handle tester takes hours to do. And I still have it. I use it as a backup.
Okay.
And also to check against this. But so far it's been super accurate and readily fast. So you fill up the little spin disc, it tests 8 water parameters in one time and it does it in 2 minutes.
And how often do you test?
We test weekly.
Once a week?
Once a week.
All tanks?
All tanks.
Interesting. So tell me a little bit. So you're running a little Refugium on this area right here?
Yep, running a little Refugium here. First line of defense for my mechanical filtration is...
So just everything goes through there?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see, how does this work?
Yep, so my emergency overflow and my main drain, my main overflow comes in right here, comes into this little deal. And this is what got me into 3D printing, is this Red Sea is different from everyone else, right?
Okay.
They don't use a standard 4-inch sock filter. They use like a 3.5.
It's annoying, it gets full too quick.
Correct. And so instead of running 2 sock filters, again, with me working away from home, making it easier for my wife, I wanted to run a fleece roller, and Clear DI4 by Coral View makes a really nice direct sock filter fleece roller.
So let me see so this is sucking water from the bottom and running through the...
No, sir, the water's coming into this little hole right here, this little slot. It's running through and flowing this way. As this paper gets dirty, it comes and trips this sensor right here. It's the water level rises, trips the sensor, and it rolls the new paper.
I love it, man, I love it. And then you got a Reef Octopus protein skimmer. It's working fantastic.
Yep, I have that plumb to outside because I've always had problems with pH getting past 7.8. So
and that fixed the problem, right?
That fixed the problem. I put a
CO2 scrubber.
A CO2 scrubber. It's not really doing much of nothing, but
I don't think you need it anymore. Once it's sucking there from outside.
Yeah, it's not. It does everything from outside. I don't really need it, but it was already there, so I'm running through it just because.
Gotcha.
And I have a NIOSH carbon reactor in the back corner.
Okay, just with a little bit of carbon, not too much.
Yep, just a little bit of carbon.
So that's basically it. And what do you have here?
This is my auto top off. I'm running the Red Sea ATO Plus.
Okay.
It's a direct replacement for the float valve that goes in this corner, but that's what I'm running for my auto top off.
Before we finish this tour, let's show people a couple of your other tanks. So, so we have this tank right here. So what do we got here? A little fish only with live rock?
That's right, a little fish only with live rock. A friend of mine had given me this tank a while back.
He gave it to you?
Yep, he gave it to me. He just needed it out of his storage, so
he's like, come get it.
Just come get it. Yeah, I'm tired of paying the storage fee.
Cool.
So what started the whole purpose of this tank is I went into a local fish store and they had a big emperor angel, and I thought that dude was about the coolest deal ever.
They are.
And so I've put this tank together, same guy that made the rocks out of Lafayette. He made my rocks, and I went ahead and I bought me a smaller emperor angel so I could watch him change color as he grows.
He's into this, guys. Can you tell?
So I have I can't say the first name, Maiatus grouper. I can't say it correctly.
Miniatus grouper.
Yeah, that's it.
A red Miniatus grouper.
Yeah, red Miniatus grouper.
Is one of the most beautiful groupers you will ever see.
Yeah, he's just awesome. He is the bully of the tank, but he's not doing too bad with what we have in here. And that eel was dropped off at one of the other local pet shops in Mandeville. So he didn't have no place to put it and said, come get it today. So that's what I did. I went and got it because I had the room.
Cool. All right, let's go check out the other tanks. So here's tank number 3.
Yeah.
So this is the one started it all?
It started it all. My par on this top end here is, I think, around 300, if I'm not mistaken. A little less. And it's thriving well. They're happy.
Dude, looks amazing. I mean, and what's cool, you got your same little elegance. You still got the same little Zoa, so it's like a replication of the bigger tank a little bit.
Trying to keep it all separate so nobody gets stung up.
You even got, what are these, daisy polyps right here?
Yep, some daisy polyps.
Looks great,
My
man.
little girl absolutely had to have them, so.
Yeah, and you got some cool mushrooms in the back. You got a pair of clowns. You got a cleaner shrimp, a blood shrimp. You got your pink burnets, a little Montipora. So what is the maintenance on this tank looks like?
Weekly water change.
Same as the other one, basically?
Yep, same as the other one. I'm doing 2 quart in it. I don't have to do as much because I don't really have a whole lot sucking up too much.
So you do it manually?
No, I have a doser as well on this one. Same
a Nano with that doser and a Trident. This guy's obsessed, guys.
So, and eventually every tank's gonna have a Trident with a Neptune controller. I ain't made up my mind yet on the frag tanks and the other NIM tank if I'm gonna go with the Junior with a Trident or if I'm gonna go with a different system, different Neptune system. I ain't made up that mind yet, but I have them same dosing containers. I have a Jabo Wi-Fi doser on this one.
Yeah.
Of course, Neptune Junior with a Trident.
All right.
And then for
Auto top off as well?
Yeah, auto top off as well. It's not nothing fantastic like the one in the front. It's just a F zone.
I don't think I've seen a Nano this advanced with that Trident, its own apex, its own doser, auto top off, custom little containers. This is incredible, guys. Are you guys seeing this? All right, so here's tank number 4.
Yep, tank number 4.
So this one's just been set up for less time, I can tell. It's just pretty basic. What do we have going on here?
Yeah, this one actually got set up in January.
January?
Yep. My other daughter, we wanted her to have a tank in her room. Kind of like a nice nightlight thing, trying to transition them to sleeping in their own room. Why not give them a cool live nightlight?
So let me ask you. So you set up the other tank in October. The other one right after, this one in January. Where are you gonna be in 6 months?
I'm hoping as time goes on, I can open up my own store here.
Cool, that would be great.
Because we don't have no good local store in this direct area.
And there's a good community around here?
Yep, good community around here.
Cool.
You know, the closest place we got to drive to get anything good is 45 minutes. So why not try to get something a little closer?
Dalton's Fish Store, there you go. Dalton's Paradise.
Yeah,
Dalton's Reefing Paradise. That's what it should be called. Basically, I'm assuming you got Trident in here.
No, not yet
Not
on
yet.
this
All
one.
right, good.
Not yet on this one.
You have doser?
Yep, I have the same doser with the same containers, auto top off.
So you ain't too far off. I mean, you really go all the way with these tanks.
Each tank has a Refugium. I found these lights on eBay. And it's actually been working well. I'm growing Chato in there.
He is, little Refugium too. I mean, this guy makes it advanced. You don't play. Let's go see the rest. Come on. So this is tank number 5, but this is not your tank.
No, sir.
This is your friend.
Yeah, a friend of mine is currently moving.
I met him yesterday. What's his name?
Scott.
Scott. Nice guy. So this is Scott's tank. He's doing a good job. How come you're holding the tank right now?
Well, he's currently in the process of moving. And so with him being at a place where he can't have the tank, being a good friend that I am, I told him, look, man, we can set your stuff up here. Me and my wife don't have a problem helping take care of it.
That's nice of you, man. That's really nice. You have a couple freshwater tanks in here, nothing too crazy.
That's correct. So this one ain't mine either. This is his, he actually found that dude after the storm.
Yeah?
Hurricane Ida, diamondback terrapin. And,
well, they're hard to get a hold of?
I don't think they're that hard to get a hold of. I just say he grew an attachment to it because he found it after the storm. So
that's cool.
He set them up, and I have a little community tank here with some designer crawfish and some angelfish and some plecos.
Cool.
I got another crawfish tank over here with some white ones.
And the final here, this is your new project that you're working on. You're setting up a little fragging system.
That's right. Yep. I'm very. I'd like to be prepared. So I know that eventually all this stuff's gonna grow, and I'm gonna have to have a place to put it if I don't get rid of it fast enough. So that's what I put this together. I got the Kelsey's Reef Lit lights. I'm running 2 Tidal 110, C-Chem Tidal 110 filters. I got a little Mag Tool protein skimmer, and all these little legs, I 3D printed that. I 3D printed my mushroom box.
Looks good, buddy. You got a lot going on. So So if I count it correct, with the 2 that you're taking care of everybody, you got 10 fish tanks in here right now.
Correct.
That's a whole lot, buddy. Kudos to you, man.
And as soon as I get some more lights to come in, I'm gonna be setting this one back up.
All right, well, Dalton, that was a great tour. Appreciate it.
Ain't no
Thank you
problem.
for having us over, man.
It's an honor to have you here.
Oh, thank you, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode because I sure did. There's a lot to learn. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Give us a like. Post some comments below, guys. We'd love to answer some questions for you. We'll see you guys on the next episode. See you guys.